The importance of rider fitness training video. So, a little introduction first. So, hey, I'm Natalie Alexander, the founder of NMA Fitness. I'm a fully qualified personal trainer and a accredited online fitness coach. So, I'm not just a personal trainer that also rides horses. I actually specialise in improving the rider's performance through a weight loss and body conditioning program. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only coach that works solely with equestrians in this field. And I'm here to talk to you about the importance of rider fitness and the difference it can make to your riding performance, safety, and the enjoyment of the sport. Thank you for taking time to watch this. So, first, a little bit about how I got started, so a little bit of background. My journey in the fitness world all actually started because of a spinal injury. After having endless of hours of physio and strength training, when I was finally able to get back in the saddle, the difference in my riding amazed me. I hadn't rode for 9 months. How could I possibly have improved? And that was when I had my light bulb moment. I suddenly realised the importance of focusing on your own fitness levels as a rider to not only improve your riding performance but for safety reasons too. From there, I studied and gained my level 2 and level 3 qualifications, and it slowly developed into a new career. A few more years of studying biomechanics led me to where I am now, a specialist in my field at helping riders to improve their riding performance through a bespoke weight loss and body conditioning program. So, why I help equestrians? I have a strong passion for helping riders to get the very best out of the time they spend in the saddle, and I do this by helping them improve their fitness levels and everything that comes with that, from weight loss, improving strength, mindset training, stability and mobility work. There's a lot involved. Having worked in the industry for over a decade and been around horses for as long as I can remember, I began to see a common pattern. Us riders all try so hard to do our very best at the sport. The hours we put in would horrify most people, and the dedication it requires is phenomenal. And when it goes wrong, we are so critical of ourselves. We spend hours and hours schooling and training our horses, having weekly lessons, spending thousands on making sure every aspect of horse care is covered, from physio to farrier, saddle fitter. You name it, we spend it. But the common denominator of this equation is ourselves, yet we never focus on ourselves. We don't stop to look at the bigger picture. We as riders make up 50% of this partnership. So why don't we pay attention to detail when it comes to our own fitness and well-being? So the key points I want to highlight today are weight loss. I feel this causes equestrians a lot of frustration. We are so active, so why do we struggle to shift those unwanted pounds? Improving performance in the saddle. This is the main outcome from what I do. Safety. It's a dangerous sport, so we need to make sure we are in the best position possible to be as safe as possible. And enjoyment. We work so hard, we need to enjoy our wonderful sport. So, over my time training equestrians, I quickly noticed a big problem, which was leaving riders confused, frustrated, and quite frankly depressed. As equestrians, we are extremely active. Whether this is a career or as a hobby, we are always on the go, come rain or shine. So, that being said, why do so many of us struggle with managing our weight? We are 10 times more active than the average person, and normally we eat less because we don't have the time. It's quite simply is because we are superhumans. Our bodies have become accustomed to the workload we place on them, so we need to take a different approach. This is partly what led me to specialising in working with equestrians to manage their weight. There are quite literally hundreds and thousands of diets out there on the marketplace, and a few dodgy ones too. So you have Slim Fast, Weight Watchers, Keto, Fasting, Cabbage Soup Diet, Atkins, you name it, they're all there. And this is just to name a few. But none of these are designed for even slightly suitable for equestrian lifestyle. So a few tips to help you out if you can relate to this. Protein, okay? The chances are you aren't eating enough protein. Protein is vital to repair our body cells and workload we place on them. It's also very filling, so it reduces the need for snacking. And saving the best bit till last, Protein literally burns a third of its calories just by eating it. Okay? Because our bodies find it quite hard to digest protein, we burn a third of them calories just by digesting it. And plan ahead. Food prep and meal planning for the week ahead means you're prepared and can have meals in advance. So this cuts down the chances of you having to run to the service station or get a takeaway. And water. Our bodies are made up of 60% water. So, quite simply, 5 cups of coffee a day isn't going to cut it. Improving riders' performance is the main reason I do what I do. People spend thousands on riding lessons over the years, but the bottom line is you can only ride your horse to the best of your abilities, and your abilities are capped at your body's capabilities. Work on your horse, and your horse will reward you for it. If you are able to develop a strong core, this will in turn lead to a better deep seat. And with a stronger core comes more stability and balance in the saddle, which will lead to an independent hand. If you can truly support and balance yourself, then you and only then can you expect your horse to be balanced and improve his way of going. Once you are physically in a position to look at improving your horse's way of going, now is the time to look at improving your horse's way of going. The art of riding is learning to be a good load to carry. How many times did your instructor shout, "More leg" to you? It's a lot, right? So work on building a stronger lower leg. This will make you a more effective rider and you can go on to get more from the sessions that you are paying for. Or look at it this way. What if you were able to jump that round of fences without blowing like a train, and then you're physically able to go and jump 2, 3, 4, even 5 more rounds? How much will you be able to improve if you can physically put them extra reps in and not just wing it around and jumps and be physically in a position where you can put them extra rounds in and ride to the best of your abilities? Safety. Safety is another big reason why I do what I do. So 86% of falls in competition happen at grassroots level. Now, you might be thinking, well, obviously, professionals shouldn't be falling off as often. But the reason is professionals have fewer falls. It's not necessarily because they're better riders, but they are stronger riders, which means they can recover from a spook or a stop and not lose their position in the saddle. Whereas if a rider that has no core strength was put in the same situation, it sends them soaring through the air. Point I'm making is professionals take their sport very seriously, and as well as riding numerous horses a day, they also work on their own fitness levels. So if a horse suddenly spooks or stops at a fence, they are strong enough, stable enough, and balanced enough that they are able to maintain their position and aren't thrown forwards or onto the deck. And just enjoy your sport. Okay, this sport is incredibly tough. There is no doubt about that. It is mentally and physically a tough game. And as equestrians, I feel we are incredibly hard and critical of ourselves. So if you work on you, it's only going to improve your partnership you have with your horse, which means you can go out and have fun, put the work into your fitness so you know you are physically able to go out and compete or have your lessons, knowing confidently you are performing to the very best of your capabilities. When you are confident that you have done all you can to improve, you have nothing to beat yourself up about. You have done your best, so go out and just enjoy it. So, I've put together a few key points that you need to focus on to improve your riding performance, okay? So, cardio. Improving your cardio will mean you can complete a full round of show jumps or a lesson without having to stop to catch your breath. Core. Our core is the foundations of everything when it comes down to riding. Posture. We need to improve our posture to have a better seat and create that full package. Also, you'll be amazed what walking around with tall, correct posture can do for your confidence levels. You have to walk the walk, guys. Legs. I think every instructor has covered this point for me. Add more leg. And flexibility. When we are in the saddle, we need to become one with the horse and not be rigid and work against the horse. Solid core, no sit-ups required. So I have included a simple exercise that you can incorporate into your daily routine to get you on your way to building a strong core. Build them foundations on a strong core, and your life in the saddle will become easier, safer, and much more effective, and also much more enjoyable. There are so many exercises to improve the core, but a good solid starting point is the plank. Now, the plank is great as it's low impact and pretty much anyone can do the plank, even with a hip, knee, or back injuries. Most people can do the plank. I stress if you have any injuries, you are cleared before a doctor before attempting any exercise. Also, there are so many ways you can progress a plank once you have mastered the standard plank, which I'm going to show you in this video. This is a beginner's plank, and then progress to your standard plank. Moving on to shoulder taps. So by removing that point of contact with the floor, you're increasing the intensity. The main point is you keep your hips level throughout. Onto the up and down plank. Again, this increases stability. This is for more experienced plankers. Side note, please don't face plant. Thank you very much for your time. My aim is to improve riders' performance across the nation, so fellow equestrians like yourself can unlock your true potential and perform at the very best in a safe manner, and more importantly, enjoy our incredible support. I hope you've learned something from today, and if you'd like further help, please do contact me at NMA Fitness.